Hi guys, welcome back to Sunny Healing. I hope you guys are doing well. Today's reading is going to be on who is your spirit guide, the main one that's been around you, maybe even since childhood, the one that's been with you for a while, that's going to be with you for a long time. The main spirit guide, who it is for you. We're going to try and find out who this is, and we're also going to pick up messages from this guide. I'm going to do a petal flower reading, but first we're going to try and pick up a few attributes from the cards here. So I have 4 piles for you today to pick from. Pile 1 is this painting, pile 1. Pile 2 is going to be this painting. Pile 2. Pile 3 is going to be this painting. 3. And the last pile, pile 4, is going to be this painting. Pile 4. Alright. I will show you the piles so that you can pick the one that's best for you. Pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hi pile 1, you chose this painting. So let's get started on who is your spirit guide, the main one. Let's see, who is your main spirit guide, pile 1? Wife. Some of you want to get married, I'm hearing, pile 1. So pile 1, who is your main spirit guide? Someone who has been a wife in a previous lifetime, or someone who has had a stable long-term relationship. Someone who is attracted, or who has been attracted to your qualities of stability, or a need to put stability in your life. Spirit guide is helping you with your love life, pile 1. I'm also hearing, pile 1, many of you might aspire to have children or have had children. I'm hearing around motherhood. The spirit guide has a lot of insights for you in terms of building your own stability. If you're not interested in having a long-term relationship or a marriage, the spirit guide is here to guide you in terms of building your own foundation, your own solid foundation for yourself. I'm hearing something you can be proud of. Something that this spirit guide in a previous lifetime could have benefited from or wanted to benefit from. This guide has a very soft, motherly, nurturing side. It could be a woman for many of you. Doesn't have to be, but very nurturing, very motherly, very caring. I'm hearing this guide is there for you to hug you when things have been tough, or when you're experiencing sorrow or grief, pile 1. This guide has been wanting to hug you and embrace you, offering you a shoulder to cry on. I'm also hearing this guide has been guiding you a lot around your self-esteem and self-worth. Some of you didn't have a chance to have a mother, or your mother wasn't very warm, and many of you have connected with this guide very early on in your childhood, whether you remember it or not. Some of you remember it. Very early in your childhood, you had to kind of rely on yourself to give yourself your own emotional support, and this guide was there for you. I'm hearing the goddess Lakshmi could be important for you guys, pile one, confirmation for you. I'm hearing many of you or some of you felt that people would leave or leave in your lifetime, they leave you. So the spirit guide is here to help you with that thought or that limiting self-belief or and leaving difficult emotions in the past. This guide is trying to help you process certain emotional responses, emotional difficulties that you could have had even since childhood. I'm hearing when you hurt yourself when you were a kid, when you would fall and cry, this guide was here to hug you, give you kisses, rub your shoulders, help you heal your wound. Some of you have felt the nurturing presence of this guide, almost like an embrace from the back, I'm hearing. Others, you might feel a spooning of this guide at night before you fall asleep when you're feeling lonely. Let's get started with the flower petals. Let's see. Who is your guide and what is his message for you, pile one? All right, pile one, let's take a look. Oh, I'm hearing the word, the name Moses. So maybe some of you here are Jewish or could have Jewish origins. This guide has helped you release a lot of your past life experiences or karma. This guide is here to help you to release most of the karma here that you could have accumulated from your past lives. I'm hearing Sandra, Salma, Sibyl. I'm also hearing this guide could have been quite pretentious at some point in one of past lives, in one of his past lives. So it's something here around arrogance and pretension that's being healed in this lifetime for you. Becoming more spiritually aware, becoming more spiritually humble. I'm also picking up that some of you have had this guide in another past life. I'm being shown a rest in peace sign. So in other past life, this guide could have helped you until your death. This guide is here to liberate you from stuck illusions. I'm hearing stagnation around some kind of illusions. I'm picking up on Neptune here, Neptune energy. Some kind of confusion, possibly around your life purpose or your life mission, I'm hearing. Hearing some of you here are Libras or have very strong Venus in your chart. Taurus. I'm also picking up here that some of you are definitely aspiring to a life of luxury, or are intending to have beautiful things around you. So again, I'm picking up Aphrodite's influence here. You like beautiful things. You like things that are very sensual, maybe beautiful clothes or soft tunics, or being surrounded by beautiful things in your home, pile one. And this is part of your destiny, something that you're trying to manifest. I'm also hearing that some people might mistake that for too much pride or for vanity, and it's not the case, pile one, at least not for most of you. I'm also hearing some of you have already reached a certain level of success, and this guide wants to take you to the next level, opening up doors, or the doors that are opening up, trying to nudge you towards those doors. Even though some of you could be very hesitant to come out of your comfort zone because you have reached, again, a certain type of comfort. Some of you have your South Node in Taurus. I'm also picking up here people in pile one, very sensitive to music, good music, deep music, sensual music. I'm also picking up that some of you are known for your penetrating eyes, so very strong gaze here, pile one. You could be identifying with the fish as an animal spirit. Pile one, a lot of you have felt this guide when a miracle happened in your life, or something that you could identify to be a miracle for you guys. So something that you thought would never happen for you, or could never happen for you, when things could have felt very miserable or unattainable. I'm hearing a mustache. Mustache could be important, pile one. Maybe this guide has a mustache, or some of you have a mustache. Pile one, some of you are very much in tune with the sea or the ocean, and this guide is also is very aligned with the depth of the ocean. I'm getting the whale energy, very strong whale. So this guide has a lot of memory, ancestral memory here that can that's being given to you, or is being guiding you towards something that's helping you out in this lifetime, pile one. I'm also hearing this spirit guide could be very measured with the way he speaks to you, very measured in the way the advice are given, not very long sentences or too much talking. It's very sharp, or very straightforward, or very clear. Sometimes you might hear a specific word, or you might pick up a lyric, but a very short one, a very kind of like short and sweet type of advice, and you can hear it that way if you're clairaudient, or you might even pick it up in a lyric of songs. Pile one, I'm hearing that many of you are trying to go with the flow, trying to integrate maybe a spiritual practice here in your day-to-day life, in order to be more flowing with nature, specifically the water here. Very healing for you. Also a great manifester for you, using water to manifest your dreams, to manifest the kind of success or the kind of comfort that you're looking for. I'm hearing M names. Muni, Munya, Mu, something with M. Some of you could be in writing here, or you like to write blogs or write poetry. Some of you have had English literature or any kind of literature degree or something related to literature. This could have been your strong suit in high school, writing and reading. Rumi, pile 1. Some of you are very much into Rumi poetry. This guide has been a mentor for you and is going to continue being a mentor for you, but it's up to you to decide what you want, if you want to listen or not. I feel a lot of the time, pile 1, you might notice that this guide comes to help you with some kind of physical illness, specifically when it comes to your back. Picking up lower back issues or anything related to the sacral chakra, pile 1. Lentil, I'm hearing lentils. Some of you could be eating lentils. This guide has a lot of calming effects on you, pile 1. Very soothing, very calming and nurturing. This guide has gone through a lot in one of the past lives he's had. A lot of difficult experiences, again, around the back. Could have had issues with his back, or maybe even hearing scoliosis or any kind of chronic illness with back or back pain. I'm also hearing for some this could also be someone who was crippled during his lifetime. He could have been abused by his peers because of that. He had very little support from society. A lot of the things he had to accomplish by himself or herself, or he had to really rely on his own abilities, and had a lot of faith and a lot of trust. Yeah, a lot of misery I'm hearing. Miserable, very miserable lives. Hearing Muni, hearing the name Muni, Morni. Mistral. Okay, let's get advice from one of the angel cards. Let's see, what other messages does pile 1 need to hear from the spirit guide? Forgiveness. Pile 1. Forgiveness is going to be important, pile 1, for you guys. I'm hearing this guide wants some of you, it could have been someone that you've had a past life with, so he could be reaching for your forgiveness. He's been trying to help you during this lifetime to get your forgiveness on something here in one of your past lives. It's a way for this guy to connect with you and help you out during this lifetime in order to get your forgiveness or ask for it. This is a soul contract around forgiveness, but in general, I'm also picking up Kuan Yin here. Forgiving your peers, forgiving society for not treating you well, forgiving people that are not really aware of what they're doing or have very little awareness of their actions. This guide is trying to help you around that issue or around that those situations in your life where you might feel that people have treated you very unfairly, and you are right. This guide is helping you find forgiveness within your heart in order to release resentment and release anger, especially about society and your peers, people that could have bullied you. I'm also hearing a mother who was possibly cold or maybe was keeping the love that was supposed to come your way, blocking it. Any kind of bitterness, this guide is here to help you release that bitterness around surrounding relationships in general. This guide is always showing you the way towards forgiveness, specifically forgiving yourself, pile 1, not blaming yourself for things that had to happen. A lot of emotional support. This guide is here to emotionally support you. Alright, pile 1, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please don't forget to like, and I will see you later. Bye. Hello, pile 2. How are you guys doing? This is what you chose. So, hope you guys are well. So, pile 2. Let's see. Who is your spirit guide? We're gonna pull some cards and then we'll take a look at the flower petals, okay? So who is the spirit guide? The main one that's been with you since childhood, the one that's been guiding you, it's going to be with you most of your life. Pile 2, let's see. Who is this guide? Room. Pile 2. I'm hearing right away this guide is here to make space, empty space, and a lot of release of stagnancy here. This guide is I'm feeling a lot of mental space. Your guide here is very much connected to your mental space, your mental health, maybe the thoughts or overthinking. This guide is very much involved around that. The crown chakra, the third eye chakra, but specifically the crown chakra. I'm hearing this guide is very traditional or has traditional views. Yes, it used to be a very traditional personality in his lifetime, someone that has a lot of grounding effects on others, someone that is very embodied, someone who was respected in the way he was conducting his life. People were seeking guidance from this guide in his lifetime. For some, this guide could have also been wealthy or could have had the opportunity to grow his financial resources. This guide has been very humble, very modest in the way he's conducted his life, no matter how much resources he had. I'm saying it could be a female or a male, but I'm picking up masculine energy. This guy could have lived in Asia. I'm picking up Chinese, something around China. Getting Aries vibes, Capricorn. Very fatherly type of guide. Very strong, structured. Saturn here. Showing you the lessons that need to be learned in this lifetime, pile 2, in order to ascend. But also helping you stay humble. I'm also feeling this guy in his lifetime was backstabbed a lot or had a lot of enemies. unfair enemies. A very generous type of guide. So very generous with its energy. You could feel the energy is very powerful, protective, possibly very smart and very sharp in the way this guide sends you messages. There's a lot of reminding, especially if you are about to take on a step that's going to create negative karma. There is a very sharp reminder that you will get a sign from this guide. This guide is very good at sending you signs in the physical realm, so either in terms of your mental thoughts, but also in terms of a feeling. So you might feel a pinch or maybe a twinge or something that unexpected when you are about to make a step towards something that's not going to be for your highest good. I'm hearing, especially if you're going to be greedy, or if you have if you are being unfair to others, so specifically in relationships to others. This guide has a lot of presence, very powerful. You definitely feel it in the physical level for most of you. Others, it is a mental feeling here. I'm hearing something about a grandmother home. Some of you could have been connected with your grandma or like to spend time in your grandmother house when you were children, or still like to spend time with your grandmother. So this has almost like an archetype of the grandfather. Some of you, it could be an ancestor. I'm getting, in terms of image, I'm getting the father of Ariel, with the beautiful big white beard, very protective, very soothing energy. King of Cups type of energy, very compassionate and loving. All right, so let's get flower petals. Let's see. Who is this guide and what is this guide's message for you, pile 2? So pile 2. Let's see. Who is this guide, pile 2? I heard pepperoni. Some of you like pepperonis or might be eating pepperonis. Or I'm also hearing some of you have a pet called pepperoni. This guide is very target oriented, very precise and focused. Again, I'm getting Saturnian energy here. Capricorn, Aries. Yeah, this guide helps you have a crystal clear vision. Something about your vision here is something is being shown to you. Really important to follow your vision. This guide is here to help you stay focused. Very important in terms of your life purpose, pile 2, to stay very focused on the vision that you have. And also to stay focused to create a vision. For those who have been looking for something, it's actually seeking you. That's what I'm hearing. You know, that popular saying that says what you seek is seeking you. That's what I'm hearing here. This guide is here not for you not to give up. Some of you could have given up and started over again. Very determined, very strong will, but in a very compassionate way. I'm also hearing some of you, this guide could be quite humoristic, almost like you might notice that you might take some action and you might notice that the results are quite ironic or funny, some kind of fun here. And those actions, it's just so this guide is trying to make his presence known to you. I'm also hearing Cancer energy here, pile 2. I'm hearing the energy of the mystics. I'm also picking up on Hermit energy. This guide used to spend a lot of time alone. A lot of writing, but a lot of introspection was really important for this guy. Whether this guide has a family in a past life or not, this guide spends a lot of time alone, reflecting, going within, looking for inner guidance. I'm again picking up I'm hearing Ishtar, goddess Ishtar. Some of you have very beautiful, very, very beautiful long hair. I'm hearing penthouse. Some of you have been looking for a penthouse, maybe. Real estate is important in pile 2. Again, I'm picking up this earth energy. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Some of you have been trying to buy a home or a house or settling down in the suburbs, trying to invest in real estate. This guide has been helping you put more structure in your life, in your day-to-day, pile 2. Kind of like making up plans or preparing projects. This guide is very active in terms of your career. This guide is really trying to push you towards a career that is much more fulfilling or very much in line with your life purpose, pile 2. A lot of influence around the way you express yourself in society, pile 2. Some of you did not have the chance to have a solid relationship with your father. You hear the sirens. This is a confirmation. Connection with the father could have been difficult, or maybe a very difficult father, cold father, or not present in your life, pile 2. I'm hearing the name Mina, Lila, Tatiana, Christina, Molly, Katya, this guide is quite of a mystery. I'm also getting that this guide has always been a mystery in his lifetime. Many people don't actually know him, even his children, if this guide had children or people very close to him, never really know him very, very much. There's a lot of mystery, a lot of, I'm also hearing moon energy, things that are very unknown or misunderstood. This guide could have had a cat, or some of you have cats here. Feline energy is very present, pile 2. I'm also hearing restaurant business. So this guy could have been picking up a restaurant from a family business, or you guys have a connection with the restaurant business here. There's something about the long haul. So this guide is definitely here with you in the long haul, and also is trying to help you long term, having a long-term vision, not giving up on yourself, being able to kind of have a lot of resilience in terms of the difficulties or problems you might encounter. It's important to be resilient, and this guide is here to remind you of that, of your strength, of your power, your inner power. Some of you could have suffered from chronic illnesses. This guide is here to remind you that no matter what illness you're going through, there is a lot more power than you realize, especially if you're able to be mind over matter kind of person. Very strong mystical energy, the energy of the mystic here. So this guy has a very powerful, multifaceted type of energy, pile 2. Very practical, but at the same time mystical. Some of you, pile 2, this was actually a guru. Yes, this guy was a guru. I'm seeing dental issues here, pile 2. Some of you could have a dental issues at this time. Yeah, very powerful gurus for some of you from India, even China, Asian, Oriental. It could have been a yogi. Yeah, some of you, this guide has left the good life in order to become a mystic or a hermit. Released a lot of his possessions. There is a mirroring effect, pile 2, I'm hearing. Mirroring effect with this guide. I'm hearing monster. The movie Monster. This might mean something for you, pile 2. This guide is wanting you to question a lot of the things around you, question your existence, question the reason you do things, question, also hearing morality, anything that has to do with morality and standard values, traditional values, questioning those, anything that's related to morality. All right, let's get another message from the angel decks. Let's see, pile 2. What is your guide's message? Again, what else? Pile 2, let's see. Yes, I love this. Some of you had a question when you came here for your guide. And if it was a yes or no question, this guide is telling you it's a yes. If it wasn't a yes or no question, this guide is just pushing you towards the positive aspect of your question. So anything that you were asking, there is a push. If you were wondering if you're supposed to go toward a certain direction or follow a certain path, you're being pushed, you're being called to follow it. So yes, let's see if there's another message for you, pile 2. This is beautiful, very open. I love this. Communicate clearly, pile 2. Feeling Mercury here, very strong Mercury. So some of you here could be Geminis or could have Gemini in your chart. So pile 2, your guide is asking you to be much more communicative with other people. I'm also hearing communicate your needs. Have a clear vision and communicate it to others. Do not be shy, do not be afraid, be confident. You know what's right for you, pile 2. This guide is definitely bringing you mental clarity. There's a lot of crown chakra activation with this guide. I'm also picking up your guide is asking you to ask clear questions. A lot of you could be getting clear answers if you are asking yes or no questions from your guides. I'm also hearing muscle testing could be an important way for you guys to know your answers when you guys are needing advice from this guide. Muscle testing, yes or no, and ask them question, yes or no. I'm also hearing pendulums could be important here to get your answer, pile 2. I'm hearing the world is in your hand. A lot of encouragement from this guide. I feel your guide is asking you to continue here, moving forward. There's a lot that's opening up for you. I'm also feeling this guide is a very strong friend of yours. Feels like I'm hearing some of you might feel this guide on your left shoulders. I'm also hearing this guide is helping you with writing contracts, signing contracts, especially the ones that identify with real estate. This guide is here to help you with that, guide you through that. It's communicating your guidance through clear communication, so ask clear questions. I'm hearing you guys are being crowned. Very strong kingdom energy, queendom energy, pile 2. Alright, pile 2, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you at your next reading. Bye. Hi, pile 3. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. You guys have chosen this painting. Beautiful, pile 3. Let's get started with your reading. Alright, let's see. Pile 3. Let's see, who is your guide? Let's pick up a card and then let's take a look at your flower petals, okay? Who is this guide, your main guide? It's been with you since childhood. It's going to continue being with you in your adult life. A friend. Oh, I love this. Oh, very, very sweet. Pile 3, let's see. So who is this guide, pile 3, for you? Pile 3, I feel many of you, when you were a child and you connected with children around you, or maybe a best friend, this guide was there to help you with that. This guide was there to help you with friendships, especially very, very special type of friendships, very powerful, impactful type of friendships. I'm also hearing professors that could have helped you, teachers, people that were more than just friends with you. And this guide was there to guide you through those relationships. Some of you could have had tough friendships. A lot of, I'm also hearing misunderstanding. This guide is helping you find peace with those friendships. Find your innocence again. So some of you, I'm hearing pile 3, some of you are maybe fed up with certain friends or fed up with your surroundings or trying to find your soul tribe, are not really happy with people around you. This guide is helping you with finding peace with that feeling, finding joy again in discovering others, not blocking out the energies that are trying to come your way, because some of them are actually right for you, pile 3. I'm hearing this guide give you kisses on your cheeks a lot. You might feel warmth around your cheeks. Some of you like to, or have a blushing feeling when you're around people you care about. The spirit guide is expressing itself in a very tender way. I'm feeling a very soft energy coming from this spirit guide, kind of like the Page of Cups energy, very sweet and tender, very soft, almost childlike, you know, innocent, joyful, open-hearted. This guide is here to help you with that side of being open-hearted and staying almost like a child. You know, it's all about inner child. I'm getting here. This guide is helping you connecting with your inner child and keeping your innocence, your joy, even later in your adulthood. Staying hopeful, being always joyful and excited about life. This guide is here to also show you all the offerings and the gifts that the earth has for you. There's a lot of offerings around you, gifts here. I'm also hearing psychic gifts for others. So here there's a lot of gifts that this guide is here to show you. A lot of gifts, a lot of I'm hearing if only you believe, if only you stay trusting. There's something about trust and devotion, open-hearted, receptive. This soft energy is helping you discover those gifts and being acquainted with those gifts. The spirit guide is here to keep you open-hearted no matter what happened. I'm also hearing singing, pile 3. Some of you like to sing, and it's a way for your spirit guide to bring you healing around the heart here. Pile 3, some of you heal through singing or even speaking, just using your voice to express your hurts and your feelings in general, your emotions, using your voice to express what's on your heart. And the spirit guide is encouraging you with that. Connect with you through your throat chakra, pile 3. Your spirit guide also helps you speak kind words to others and to yourself. I'm hearing the name Fanny. All right, let's take a look at your flower petals, pile 3. So who is this guide? And what is this guide's message for you? I'm hearing slow and steady, very slow and steady. Take things slow. Mending. Some of you, this guide is here to help you mend your heart, or mend relationships with people who are important to you, or who need your forgiveness. Some of you have a strong connection with the church here, pile 3, or have had a connection with the church when you were young. Some of you have prayed to Mother Mary or Jesus when you were young. Very trusting here, very strong devotional energy, pile 3. Many of you have very strong trusting skills, or are able to connect with others through the heart chakra very strongly. Many of you, this was a quality that was taken advantage of by others. Very strong empath, compassionate energy. I'm hearing the milk. Some of you are drinking milk or like to drink milk. Clear sentience here, pile 3. Some of you have this gift, clear sentience. Mothers. Some of you are mothers or fathers. This spirit guide is definitely showing you your clairs. Some of you are definitely connected to your clairs or connecting to your psychic gifts, specifically clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance. You're being directed to ways to connect with those gifts through the heart chakra, pile 3. Many of you are connecting to those because you're opening up your heart chakra. Mending. A lot of you are mending your heart, healing the heart. A lot of hurt and cries, maybe a lot of emotional outbursts. Your families could have called you hypersensitive. Your parents could have misunderstood this quality of yours. Some of you like to isolate because of this, or feel that maybe you overgive. You've learned to deal with this, or maybe pretend or hide this part of you some. Here in milk again. Milky Way, the Milky Way. The spirit guide is connected to the Milky Way. something about cosmos here. Some of you could identify as star seeds, and the spirit guide is also star seeds for pile 3. This guide is trying to get you to the bottom of things, not in a logical way, but in a very simplistic way, kind of like simplifying in order to gain knowledge and wisdom, looking for simplicity, remembering that happiness is actually very simple. Papaji used to say, it's you need something to be sad, but you don't need anything to be happy. I'm reminded of that quote from Papaji. Some of you are writing a letter here, an important letter, maybe for a loved one, or have been trying to express yourself to a loved one, or have been expecting a letter. Unexpected surprise, I'm hearing, unexpected letter. Very much dedicated kind of pile 3. You dedicate yourself when you do something, you put your whole heart into it. People can really admire this about you, pile 3. Very dedicated. You're also a very loyal friend, very protective of your friends. And the spirit guide here has been watching this quality about you and watching over it. I'm also saying, like, protecting it, even though things could have been tough sometimes in friendships or relationships around you. This guide is trying to protect this beautiful quality of yours. Also learn through it, learn through those experiences. This guide is showing you that a lot of you have so many qualities regarding your heart. Something about the heart chakra here. Your emotional qualities here bring a lot of depth to others, whether they tell you or not. You're very unique, pile 3, so definitely some of you are starseeds in this pile. Very unique, very different from others. You might feel like aliens. Some of you are actually looking differently physically. Maybe different color of eyes, different skin tone, maybe the shape of some features on your face are very different from others. I'm also hearing your ears, color of your skin, and the hair could be very different. Or I'm also hearing mixed race, pile 3. Local, some of you are into local food and local products. You could be working in some kind of local, you're in pharmacy, local nutritionist, food pantry, developing something in that sense. Very loving, pile 3. You guys have a very loving, sensitive side of yours. Cancerian, Pisces, Scorpio, specifically Cancer and Pisces. Libra, Sagittarius. I'm also hearing something about the masculine side could have been very difficult here, pile 3. Either not being able to access your masculine side or having trouble with that part of you. This guide has been very charismatic in his younger years. I'm hearing very charismatic, very attractive. The personality of this guide is very, very attractive. Many people were attracted to this guide. The way it was presenting himself or herself was very attractive to others. People used to feel something towards this guy, not knowing why in his past lives. There's a very strong pull towards this guide, and it has to do with the energetic field that this guide was emanating from his body. Many people didn't understand that. Very pure energy, pile 3, very, very pure heart. Seeing very strong, like crystal clear heart chakra opening. People will spend a long time listening to this guide or spend a long time in his presence and they feel healed. Very strong healing energy here. Reiki, touch healing, any kind of healing is connected to path 3. I'm also hearing taking care of the elderly. So this guide could have been taking care of elderlies, or you guys are connecting through that. Taking care of people in need. Very charitable. This guide was spending a lot of time in churches and in places where people would come for help or ask for guidance or help in general. Very good listener. This guide is a very good listener. Very, very good listener, and very much connecting with you by kiss. I'm hearing kisses on the cheeks. So definitely some of you blush a lot. This guide is also like to whisper in the ears. You might feel a whisper, or some of you feel it more like a breeze. Yeah, like a breeze. It's a very soft voice. Very, very soft. Some of you are actually seeing this guide or are able to see very bright aura, blue, light blue, white and light blue aura. Carnelian could be an important stone for you, path 3. Cat spirit. Tristan and Isolde. The story could be important, or Romeo and Juliet, those very strong romantic stories of the past. Filming as well. Some of you could be doing films, movies, or into film, old movies, or have old cameras, like to take pictures or make black and white movies or watch black and white movies. Audrey Hepburn, I'm picking up. Old movies from the 50s, the 60s. This guide wants you to keep your tenderness, your the relationship that you have with yourself needs to stay soft and open to receive insight. Your difference is your strength. By 3, I'm hearing your difference is your strength. Even if it's misunderstood, it's still your strength. Alright, let's take a look at other messages here from this deck. Any other message from my beautiful pile 3? Too many. Pile 3. Another message for you from your guide. Perfect timing. I'm hearing everything comes in perfect timing. Wow, some of you are actually seeing your guide and it looks like this woman here. Beautiful, beautiful. This is such a soft energy. Perfect timing. And I'm seeing this DNA string here coming down out of this. Wow. I'm hearing pile 3. Many of you have been trying to get something, trying to receive something important or manifest it. It's coming in perfect timing. It's coming in the right time for you. But I'm also hearing pile 3. This guy wants to tell you that a lot of the things that are happening in your life right now specifically are happening in perfect timing. And you might not see it right now, but it's something that you will be shown. There's also this feeling that your spirit guide is showing you. I'm hearing air energy. Many of you are being shown a lot of the signs through air. So maybe the wind is changing. You might feel, especially some of you are highly sensitive to your environment. You might feel a change of temperature. Your guide is communicating with you through air and your environment. Especially if you're thinking about something or if you get a feeling, that feeling is confirmed by your guide using the air elements. It could also be birds, pile 3. Some of you might see birds as messengers. The birds are dropping the feathers around you for you to pick up, pile 3. This guide wants you to trust, and I feel you guys are already very trustworthy and very trusting of the universe. They want you. This guide is looking for you to keep your heart open. That's the only way for this guide to help you and guide you. Your guide is very connected to your heart chakra, pile 3. The heart is the center of this guide. This guide helps you find your way using your emotions and your feelings. A lot of the feelings that you feel are being guided by this guide here. It's helping you with that, with your emotions and your feelings. A lot of the things come out of the kind of like an impulse, or I want to do this, or I'm interested in this, or I'm really liking this. This is something that is nudging you to go towards. This guide is nudging you to go towards those impulses, those feelings, any emotions that are feeling almost like an impulse. And air is important, pile 3, for you guys. Air is one of the main way this guide is. It's a very soft way to connect with you. It's not a very rigid or strong manner to give you insight and messages. The soft way coming from the heart chakra, but also the changes around you in terms of your air environment. Air magic could be something you guys are doing. Pile 3. I'm also picking up that your guide is asking you to purify your air very often. Cleansing your air is going to be important to get this guide's messages, or to be able to follow the path here that this guide is pushing you towards. I'm hearing, pile 3, many of you are very good at teaching others, healing others. This guide is very proud of you, very, very proud of these abilities. Some of you do Reiki here, pile 3. These powers have been bestowed to you by this guide, and this guide wants you to continue doing what you're doing, pile 3. Very, very soft and comforting energy. Alright, my beautiful pile 3, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please don't forget to like it, and I'll see you later. Bye. Hi, pile 4. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. So let's get started with your reading. Just clearing the energy of the other piles. Alright, beautiful. So pile 3. Let's pick a card and see who is this guide. The guide that's been following you through your childhood, in your adult life, the main guide here for you. And then let's pick up messages from the flower petals. Okay, pile 4. Let's see, pile 4. Who is this main guide for you? Pile 4. The lover. Oh, I'm hearing Romeo and Juliet. The lover. So who is this guide for you, pile 4? I'm hearing this guide is quite mysterious, charming personality, very sensitive. I'm feeling a lot of water. This guy in his lifetime could have had a lot of water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Very sensitive, very aware of its environment, and very aware of other people's intent, beliefs. I'm also hearing the things that people hide from others, or people thinks the things that people would not like you to know. This guide is very much well aware of it. Therefore, I feel this guide is very much into music. Some of you actually play a music instrument here, Pile 4. This guide is connecting with you through music. Others, you just love listening to certain type of music. I'm also picking up Pile 4. A lot of you are very good with your ears. You could be very sensitive with your ears, even young at your young age. You might have noticed that your ears are highly sensitive compared to others. I'm also hearing some of you are very much sensitive from your nose. You might pick up smells, tastes, and sounds that other people might not notice. And this guide is actually around those gifts here, Pile 4. It's connected to those gifts. I'm also hearing, Pile 4, some of you could have a great sense of humor, or could be very good at talking others into having what is right, and just very good with your words, Pile 4. Many of you could be very good with your words, very good at expressing yourself either through your music, through the writing you might write, or through just speaking. Others are actually getting better at this, and this guide is connecting you with this part of yourselves, Pile 4. I also pick up this guide could have been very popular in his past life. Could have been very much the romantic type. I'm hearing the dreamer, someone who likes to paint, possibly an artist of some kind, Pile 4. A lot of you are actually being activated to your artistic side, whether you are in a very masculine environment, even at work, you still are being pushed to create something artistic. This guide is helping you with that. This guide is helping you to open up to this side of yours if you haven't already. I'm picking up Italy, Greece, Spain. Some of you have a connection with the Mediterranean Sea. This guide was also ready to do anything for love, for a romantic relationship. This guide was very much connecting to his purpose through his art and through his way of loving others, of being in love, or being able to romance people and to open their heart, Pile 4. Very charming energy. People enjoyed this guide's energy. These people really enjoyed this guide's company. Could have had a large social circle. I see this guide could have been in multiple events or parties around his lifetime. He could have liked to dress well, very strong Taurus energy, Virgo energy, likes to look good, dress well. Perfumes was something that also picking up friends. Perfumes could have been important in his lifetime. Pile 4, some of you are connecting to this guide through psychedelics or any other type of substance that alters your consciousness. Not for all, but some of you are connecting in that sense. It's very strong Neptune Pisces energy here, very dreamy, very much of a charmer here. I'm also picking up Pile Pile 4. Many of you are actually this charming, this same type of charming, or you are developing your charming, seductive skills. Pile 4, through this guide. This guide is helping you being kind of like easier to get something through honey rather than vinegar. Being soft with your energy, being again charming, very artistic, and connecting to the divine. This guide could have been connecting to the divine either through substances for some, but for many I feel this guide is very much of an artist. Through its arts, this guide used to connect with his higher self. This guide was someone who gets into meditative states through his art, using his art, either music or any type of art. I'm also getting poetry. Definitely this guy used to write poetry, people he loved, to his muse. This guy definitely connected to a muse here, pile 4. Pile 4, I'm picking up this guide is here to help you with your romantic relationships. Very strong romantic relationships vibes here, pile 4. Let's pick up more. So let's see who it is. And let's find out what is his message for you, pile 4. Let's see. Pile 4. So who is this guide for you, my beautiful pile 4s? Some of you could have been in multiple romantic relationship or finding yourself almost always in love. Some of you actually can call yourself falling in love with love. Definitely a romantic vibe here for pile 4. You guys have created multiple things, even multiple, I'm hearing multiple streams of income. Some of you have used your soft side when it comes to love and romance to make money, maybe in terms of opening up businesses, or using that in terms of writing or expressing yourself and helping others, or even using any kind of past hurts to make money out of it, or grow in terms of your finances. I'm also picking up some of you actually noticed that once you left a difficult relationship, you've grown so much financially, and you were able to establish yourself in terms of your financial foundations. You guys have had a lot of lessons around love. The spirit guide is here to guide you through those lessons. I'm hearing please, please. The song, I'm begging you to put your loving hand out, baby. Something about that is important for pile 4. The eternal lover, the eternal romantic. Some of you could have been Don Juan in your younger years. You could have been much of a charmer, or almost maybe even a player for some. And you've learned so much through those times, the times that you could have used your charms against others, and you're learning to use those same charms to help humanity, pile 4. Many of you have discovered your spirituality later in life. You've used those skills that you've learned younger, even in your teenage years, in order to manifest growth in others, help others see their shadow side, pile 4. This guide is pushing you to express yourself in a very sensual way, very seductive way, charming way. It's helping others see themselves, almost like a mirroring effect. See themselves through you, learn to grow through you, pile 4. Some of you could have been called too sexy or too sensual, and this could have been something that people have shamed you about, pile 4. And you learn to gain confidence in your in your sexuality, your sensuality. You've integrated as part of yourself. Many people could have been intimidated about it or are intimidated about that because you have so much confidence about this. Many of you definitely are trying to manifest multiple streams of income. You've learned different skills. Some of you have learned tarot. You are just definitely exploring your artistic side here, pile 4, if you haven't in your younger years. You're connecting to your artistic side, definitely. Creativity, art. Many of you bring a lot of sunshine to others. There is a potent energy, Leo energy here, pile 4. Potent, bright energy that you bring into the room. People do notice you, definitely, when you show up. This guide has experienced that in his past life. This is something that you both have in common. This tendency of being noticed and being seen. You guys have a very strong aura, a warmth to you. I'm hearing, who's this? Who's that girl? You know, who's that girl? Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la by Eve, that song. That very strong, powerful presence, pile 4. I'm hearing the meridians. Something about the meridians could be important to you, pile 4. And Mars energy. You're very good at picking up people's intentions towards you. You have learned to be very bold in your life, not to be shy. Many of you are actually learning to be more ambitious and not be ashamed of your ambition. I'm also hearing your looks again could have been criticized. This guide has pushed you be yourself, be authentic to what you want. Something about your desires. You could have kind of put yourself down or trying to tell yourself that you don't want what you want. This guide has helped you see or is helping you see that your desires are valid, that your desires are also a pathway to your growth, your spiritual growth, pile 4. Hearing a lot of things are happening under tranquil waters, under calm waters. Portraying something. I'm hearing a portrait. Some of you could have been drawing a portrait or someone prepared a portrait of you. Many of you could have been a muse of someone, pile 4. Just like this spirit guide that was either people's muse or had a muse in his lifetime. Some of you are definitely very popular in this pile 4. You have a lot of influence on others. You're helping others see themselves, see their truth, see their self-worth. A lot of happiness. You bring a lot of happiness to others, pile 4. A lot of joy. Many people admire you because of your strength, your powerful presence. Very enigmatic, pile 4. I'm hearing, how do you do that? Many people are wondering how you do this, the things you do. Your spirit guide is showing you a pathway. I'm hearing the solar plexus, pile 4, is important. The sacral and the solar plexus are showing you through your confidence a way to your spiritual growth. The art is anything, any type of arts that you do or that you like to explore is part of your of the guiding messages that this guide is trying to send you. Many of you feel it when you're watching an art that moves you or make you feel something, or if you are producing some kind of art that touches you very much. This is a message from your guide. You're picking up messages and insights from your guide. Many of you are clairvoyant in this pile. Your vision is very clear. You're having the chance to clarify your vision with this guide. Your guide is helping you. I'm also hearing quality over quantity, quality time with others, connecting with others in a very meaningful manner. Pile 4, many of you are very deep in your words. Even though you have a joyful attitude or maybe a very fun attitude, playful, or someone who likes to be in the public scene, many people are very inspired by your depth once they get to know you. A lot of Leo energy, pile 4. Many of you have lended others something. You could give money to others. You could be very generous, pile 4. Very strong Queen of Wands energy in this pile. Many of you could be exploring witchcraft or some kind of craft here, maybe tarot. Your relatives are seeing the change or the growth. Some relatives are not happy with that, or maybe have close friendships that had to fall apart. You guys had to fall away from each other. This guide is really helping you find your truth, your true north. Very strong connection with the true north here, coming out of your comfort zone, pushing through the obstacles, pushing through the difficulties, the critics, the negative thoughts or negative people, negative energy, even evil eye. A lot of fire energy, pile 4. This guide is connecting with you through fire. Many of you, when you light a candle, you connect with the spirit guide. I'm also hearing the spirit guide has helped some of you cut cords with people who were not for your highest good in this lifetime. There's a certain longing here, pile 4. This guide has been longing for something in his past life, and he's helping you release this feeling of longing or melancholia, moving forward. I'm also hearing, pile 4, a lot of you had to learn to be more expressive with your environment, put boundaries with your environment, be more bold again, be more truthful with who you are, not hiding what you're capable of, who you are becoming, which as possible in your lifetime early on was very difficult for you. This guide is helping you open up to this side of yours, or is pushing you towards it, or has helped you in your younger years express this part of you. Some of you could have been bullied, some of you could have been rejected, some of you could have been also here stigmatized, something about taboo, therefore. Some of you had this guide help you come out of the closet. This is not for all, of course, but some of you had this help, this guide's help to be confident enough to speak your truth. This guide has a lot of fire and water in his chart. A lot of fire and water. Something that is helping you in your lifetime, pile 4. Alright, let's take a look at other messages from the Angels deck. Pile 4. What other messages? Please. Big happy changes, beautiful new beginnings. A lot of changes are coming your way, pile 4. Your guide is wanting to tell you, be ready to open to these changes. Many of you are growing your hair. There's something about your hair. I'm getting again this Leo energy, big beautiful hair, pile 4. Opening up to your You're an expansive energy. You guys have an energy that is very expansive, very open, and is growing. I'm hearing many of you are opening up platforms or becoming popular in social media or being seen for your craft, for your art. I'm also hearing if you are really intending to grow your business, this is happening. A lot of happy changes are coming your way. Pile 4, many of you could benefit from any type of sports or any type of physical physical movement. It could be yoga, it could be any type of maybe running, walking. There is a need to channel your energy. Any kind of stuck energy, stagnant energy need to be channeled in a project, in some kind of physical endeavor, or even in, like I said, in a sport or in a physical movement. Do not be afraid of being yourself, I'm hearing. What other message from your spirit guide, Part 4? Be assertive. Wow, this is what we're talking about. Being bold, being assertive. And this guide is telling you to continue being like that. Take off your mask. If you've been wearing a mask, hiding yourself, it's time to show your true self. Be confident in that. Do not be afraid to be assertive, Pile 4. It's part of your destiny. It's part of your path here. Alright, my beautiful Pile 4, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I see you at your next reading. Bye bye.